Good evening. I'm gonna get y'all started on the red truck. How's everybody doing? It's been a busy day. See if I can get this right. Phone's almost dead. Sorry I'm a little late. I was painting orders and lost track of time. All right, so if you're gonna string with me tonight, you need your pre-nailed board and all of your string. So I have white, black, red, and green, and I'm all tangled up here. You also need your super glue and your scissors. And I'm gonna flip this here. I usually use an app, but I had problems with it on our last challenge, so I'm trying to just do Facebook, and I cannot seem to get it. There we go. All right, we're ready. All right, so one of the main things with string art is the layering. So if you don't get the layering right, your whole picture is gonna look really odd when you're done. So for instance, if we want to string our tree first, because if we don't, it's going to look like our tree is sitting on the outside of the truck. So really important to get the layering right. And with this truck, it has a lot of layers. So we need the window to look like it's on the inside of the truck, not sitting on the outside. So we're going to do the window first, and then we'll do the tree, and then we'll do the truck part, and then we do the tires. So it looks like the tires are on the outside of the truck. So a lot of layering, potential layering issues with this one. The window is the easiest part of this truck though. So we'll just start with that. And just like with our letters, we're gonna take it and we're gonna do a double knot on one of the window nails, and it doesn't matter which one. So just do a double knot, put a little bit of glue there, just like yesterday, and then cut off the tail. Did anybody finish their Thankful Pumpkins? Maybe you're waiting for the weekend to do it. Looks like we might have a lot of time to do stuff like this soon. So they put a bunch of new restrictions out today in our area. So if you want, you can border the window. You just take that string and wrap it around the window. And that will kind of show you what shape you need to stay inside of, because you want to contain your white string just to this little half circle here. So once you do that, you're going to just start randomly grabbing nails, and you want to keep your string tight, and you're going to go back and forth and up and down. I'm going to drop this on the floor. For whatever reason, when you drop your roll of string on the floor, it seems not to get tangled up as much. All right, so you don't want to go in any certain direction here, because you'll start to get a weird pattern or design. You just want to make sure you're going all different directions. And what I'm doing is I'm looking for gaps. So right here, there's a gap. So I want to manipulate my string here to wrap around the nail that will cover that gap. Okay, and there's a gap here. So I'm going to wrap it around here. And you just want to consistently cover the shape. There's no right or wrong direction. You just want, it's random but kind of calculated, because you want it to cover the gaps and look consistent when you're done. So you kind of have to think about which way you need to wrap the string. And there's no right or wrong amount of string to put on it either. You just string it until you like the way it looks. So you can do a little bit of string or you can do a lot of string. It's completely up to you. And with string art, it does take a minute to kind of get the hang of it. But then once you get it, you're good to go. It might pop off your nails a few times. You might have to go a lot slower than I'm going to figure it out, and that's okay. All right, so I think I like the way that looks. It's pretty consistent. So what I'm gonna do now is the same thing we did on the ladders yesterday, and I'm just gonna take it, I loop it and twist it, lay it over the nail and pull. So loop, twist, and pull. You can just do a regular double knot if you want to. A little super glue and then cut that off, and we're done with the white. By the way, this is a 8x10 board, and it's just a random piece that I had, kind of a scrap piece because it's like bowed in the middle. It's got curve, so I just figured I'd use it for the challenge. All right, now the tree is the hardest part of this. Get the picture pulled up. You're definitely going to want to do a border for the tree. And with this one, you also probably want to count your nails. So I have my pattern here that I used. You could pull up the example red truck to help guide you. But I'm going to tie on to this top nail here and work my way down as far as the border goes. So again, the shape of this tree is the most challenging part about it, about the whole design. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to kind of look at my pattern, and you could even draw this on if you wanted. So let me grab a pen here. I'm going to draw this tree real quick. So I'm going to start here at the top and go down. All right, and then it kind of, so it goes out and in, and here it kind of combines with the truck. Okay. So it's pretty much the same on both sides. So, you know, it goes down 1, 2 nails in 1, and then 1, 2 in 1, and the same thing on the other side. So 1, 2 in, 1, 2 in. So it's the same on both sides here. All right, and then on this side you go down 3, you have 1, 2. I bet I didn't nail that little hole there because it wasn't popped out. There, like that, and then connects. Okay, and here it just comes down to the truck bed and sits because it looks like, you know, the bottom part of the tree is in the is inside the truck. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely missed that nail there. That's all right, I'll make it work. Okay, so what we want to do now is use that to border the tree. So we went down 1 and then out 1 and then in. Down 2 nails, in. Down 2 more, in, and then around to the truck bed. So we can wrap this down right across the truck bed and then start working up on our pattern. So from here we go 1 and then over 1, which combines with the truck here. almost. Then up 2 over 1, that's where it combines with the truck right there. All right, and then we have the tree shape. And now that we have the tree shape, we know where to keep our string. So you're gonna wanna string inside of this border, because if you go outside of it, you're gonna lose your shape. Okay, so I'm gonna start wrapping up and down, side to side, stay inside that border. Okay, so what happens if you don't stay inside the border is your tree is not gonna look like a tree when you're done. Okay, so for instance, if I'm up here and I come down this way to go over here to the truck or to the tree, we've just lost this whole shape right here. And now we have green inside of our truck. Okay, so you want to back that up. And again, this is just random back and forth and up and down, but it's inside of that border. So like right here, if I come down to this one, if I come down to this nail, I'm gonna lose this section of that tree there. I don't wanna do that, okay? Make sure you're staying inside the border of your tree. If you start to lose that original shape, then you wanna back out a little bit. See here, you don't come up here because you lose the branches of that tree right here. So I'm gonna back that up and stay inside this border. The more you do it, the faster you'll get. It's when I first started, it took me a long time to get a design done, especially one this intricate. Practice makes perfect. See, I have this huge gap here, so I'm gonna try to fill that in a little bit. And I just want to put about the same amount of string on this as I did the window, so that again, it's consistent throughout the whole design. Honestly, once you learn string art, it's really relaxing once you get going on it. Kind of like painting. A lot of people relax when they paint. And string's kind of the same thing. I like to listen to books on Audible when I'm painting or stringing. I just kind of get lost. Escape from reality. This reality of 2020 is insane, isn't it? We should have our December challenge up soon. Can't remember if I told y'all about that, but that one's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a painted snowman, and I think I did tell you we're doing the block letters. So it's gonna be cute. It's almost finished. We are also on the verge of launching a new membership. And we're gonna be doing one of these a week, like a combination of paint and string art. or just paint or just string. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So considering things are shutting down again, it might be something you want to look into. You'll also get all the $10 challenges that we do every month, so it'll be a good deal. We just added the link for the wait list on our website today, so you can go to holyrustic.com and get your name on the wait list. It says, I think it says sign up for membership wait list or membership wait list or something like that. But if you go ahead and put your name on that, then you'll be notified as soon as the membership opens, which is coming very soon. So I'm just kind of putting a quick border around my tree. You do not have to do that. I just did that out of habit. I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that I was doing it. But you basically just zigzag. So you just zigzag in and out of the nails, and that just fills in some of those gaps. And again, you don't have to do that. That's totally optional. All right, I'm gonna find a place to tie off. There we go. So now our truck's gonna look like it's sitting, or our tree's gonna look like it's sitting behind the truck, which is what we want. If we strung it backwards, it would not look right. It looked like the tree was falling out of the truck. All right, so again, that was the most difficult part of this design. The truck isn't hard, it's just bigger, so it's gonna take you a little longer to string it. And it doesn't matter where you tie on, I'll just tie on one of these corners here. Glue and cut, and then I'll show you how to get the border here. So what you want to do is wrap it around that tailgate, and then you want to go over the tires because we're not stringing the tires red. So we just want to border the part that we're going to string red. So I took it down and around the top of that tire. Now I'm crossing this middle and going around the top of this tire. And then around the outside here. Now, remember what I told you yesterday, if I skip part of this truck, I'm gonna have this random string sticking way out of that shape. I don't want that. So you wanna make sure that all of your string is touching the nails. Okay, now when we get over here, we're gonna overlap that green. So see, if I'm going on the outside of the nails right here and I go from this one to this one, I'm not wrapped around this nail. My string is not touching these two nails, so I need to move on the inside of those nails and then back around. Just always move your string to where it's so that it's touching the nails. All right, so now we have our shape, and we're gonna start stringing, so just random back and forth. Now, when you're layering, your nails start to get full, and it gets a little harder to put string on it. So if it's popping off, you can push it down just a little bit to give yourself some space on that nail. All right, so up and down, side to side. Try to fill in the gaps, which right now there's a bunch of because it is empty. Now I want to show you around the window here. You're gonna use these nails that you have the white on, but you're not gonna cross over the white. So I'm gonna kind of zigzag between just so you can see the nails that you can use. So you're gonna wrap around those nails, but what you don't want to do is cross over like that. Okay, because then you're gonna have that random red string through the middle of your window, and that doesn't look good. So I'm just kind of zigzagging back and forth, and then I'll go opposite direction, and I'm just filling in those gaps. So here I'm going to grab these bottom nails, just anywhere I can attach my nails or my string to the nails. Alright, I'm going to move up here to the front of the truck, do a little bit. Still can't really believe that Thanksgiving is next week. It's crazy. So I just keep moving back and forth. I'm just working my way around the truck and filling in any spaces that I see. Oh, see, it popped off. Once they get full, it doesn't want to stay, so I'm going to push that down a little bit. Again, this truck is a lot bigger, so it's going to take more time. When we first opened, the first Christmas we were open, we did a really big truck and tree. It was bigger than this one. Oh man, it took forever. So we shrunk it down. So it was a little too much stringing for one class. It looked good though. I had all different colors. I remember people would do blues and greens. No, they didn't do greens with the truck, but I remember a lot of different blues, like periwinkles. That's one fun thing about string art. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me. You can take the same template and make it a bunch of different ways with just different string colors. You make it look totally different. Whoops. Bring it around the window a little bit more here. Quite a few gaps. I just want it to be consistent, not necessarily completely full. See this? So this looks a lot lighter than over here. So I'm going to put a few more layers of string. All right, I think I'm getting it where I want it to be here. Yep, I think it looks pretty consistent all the way through. Might wrap a little bit more right through here. All right, I think I'm done with the red, so I'm gonna go ahead and tie this off. Glue and cut. I'm too impatient to wait for even super glue to dry, so I end up getting all this caked on super glue on my scissors. So I cut it when it's still wet. All right, last step is the tire. So I'm going to tie onto that. And these will go pretty quick. All right, we're just gonna fill in the circle. You might have to push your string down on the truck a little bit. And I know I'm going faster than you probably will, but that's the beauty of replay and pause, right? All right, with the circle, sometimes it's nice to just take the string and wrap it around the outside of the circle because it gives it more of a circular shape. Plus you can see kind of where you have some gaps. So right here, I'm gonna just zigzag in and out of these nails to kind of fill those little gaps there, just like that. Okay. I think that's good. I'm gonna tie this off. One more tire, we're done. All right, we'll just fill this in just like we did the other one. I just want it to look like the other one, so maybe a couple more wraps right through here. All right, and then I'm just gonna take it and wrap it around the outside of the circle, just like that. Look for any big gaps. Don't really see any. And then I'm gonna tie that on. All right, our little truck is complete. Cute. All right, so I know a lot of you are probably doing this on later on replay, weekend, whatever. But either way, I'm really glad that you chose to join this challenge, and I hope you'll post pictures of your finished pumpkins and truck, and watch for our December challenge, and don't forget to sign up for our membership. Again, as always, let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, y'all have a great night. Thanks. Bye.